no idea if I'm on or not. Oh, it now says I'm live. Wonderful. Okay. So this is completely impromptu. I haven't written a script. I haven't prepared anything. There's no open slide or close slide. This is literally me just wanting to chat. Because you may have noticed for the last couple of days, I've actually not put anything on my Instagram, not put what I'm eating on my Instagram. And I've always found that sort of thing very hard to keep up with. And I think the main reason I've stopped this time is, well, the main reason I was doing it was so that I could concentrate on not going to the takeaway. Not going to McDonald's or Burger King or KFC or LA Pizza's the other one that I'd go to. Out of those four, there is only one open right now, and well, that's LA Pizza, and that happens to be the more expensive of them anyway, so I'm less likely to do that. In fact, I haven't done that. Well, certainly since lockdown began. So, but then again, this is day 2 of lockdown. So, yeah. The way I'm in lockdown at the minute, I'm not a key worker, so I am not going into work. My work want me to work from home, so I'm just waiting for them to send me the appropriate equipment so I can do so, which I believe I should be arriving tomorrow. But certainly days 1 and 2 of lockdown, I've been at home. Well, I'm amazed I've got hair. It's weird. I grew up basically as a loner. I've always loved my own company, but I've always known if I want to, I can go out. I can go to wherever I need to go to. Until today or yesterday, and basically now I'm allowed to go out to go shopping, which should be as infrequent as possible, as Boris has put it. I'm allowed to go for one walk a day, or run or jog or whatever, but you know I ain't walking, I am running. So one form of exercise, he said. And that's and any medical needs. Well, the only medical need I had coming up was the dentist, and they've just phoned at me today to say we're postponing, it's not an emergency, so it can wait till after this is all over. Slight frustration, because I really would like the hole dealing with inside my tooth. It's the very back one there. But do you know what? It's not causing me pain at all, so it's not an emergency. They're spot on. So, yeah. And that's the other one as well. Quite often my mum would come see me like once every week or once every 2 weeks sort of thing, or I would go see her, or my dad, or my sister. We're still in touch, you know. We're still talking to each other on WhatsApp, and I'm phoning as well, like every day or every other day, which I did anyway. So I'm not missing out on that sort of contact, but I just get the very strong feeling at the end of all this, I'm just going to want a hug. I'm just going to want some human contact. So, excuse me. I wanted to say first off, I'm not putting the weight loss journey on hold all the way to the Sunshine State. I'm not posting the food because I physically can't eat anything than what's in my house. So I can't change what I've got in my house now until basically I run out and go to the shop, which I've got about 2 to 3 weeks worth of supply, so I will need to do at least one shop run during this time, but we'll see how that holds out. I've actually got 12 packets of super noodles, so that's 12 lunches straight away. I've not started on them yet, so we'll see how long before I start going into those. And I am utilising my one form of exercise, so I actually didn't yesterday because I didn't know what to do yesterday. I was just a bit trying to get my head around a lot of things, I'm still trying to get my head around a lot of things, and as I think the whole country is, if I'm being honest with you. But today I managed to get myself out at 8 o'clock in the morning and managed to see about 3 or 4 people as I was walking past them, but we kept our distance. For a couple of miles, walked into the middle of the road because there were no cars. It's surreal. I was walking 8 till 9 or thereabouts, and there was just nothing on the road. I've just never experienced anything like that. It's bizarre. But in fairness, when I was going into work from last Tuesday to Monday just gone, I normally do 10-6 because I don't like traffic on the road. I like to be able to just drive in calmly. But I moved to a 9-5 because I wanted to be out of the office sooner, and there was nobody on the road. It was surreal. It's the sort of thing I do over a Christmas period. Between Christmas and New Year, I try to vary my hours. In my current role, my job is quite flexible, thankfully, so it's not a big issue to do that. But excuse me. But it was basically like Christmas week, where you could drive any time of the day you want, and you won't see many people on the roads. You certainly won't see the usual rush hour crowd. But obviously that's been put on hold now, and as I work in a call centre, but I'm not a call centre worker. I'm an analyst now. I did the call centre itself. I'm in insurance, if I haven't said that before, and I used to do sales and service for 2.5 years, and then claims for about 7 years. I think I did claims for 6-7 years before I moved into my analyst role. And because I'm an analyst, I report on the performance of the claims department, and they would love to know how they're doing. But if push came to shove, I'm not key to serving our customers. I'm key to making sure they serve the customers, or they continue to serve the customers in the best possible way. But a lot of things I report on, really, it's very much... I don't want to sell myself down because it's an important role, but it's not important in this time. You know, the head of claims who gets the reports from me, he's not going to be worrying about an individual's doing. He wants to know how his department's doing in general, and he's not going to be worrying about that as much right now compared to how his staffing level is, how many of his employees are available right now. That's the more important thing. How he can keep the centre running. I may be misreading that, and if I am, I apologise, but that's just my reading of it right now. Once I've got the equipment to work from home, once I've got that sorted, it's going to be a case of I'm just going to catch up on everything I've missed up to now and get those reports out ASAP, so that if he does deem them important, he can get straight on with them. If he doesn't, he can just ignore them in his mailbox until such a time when he has to worry about that sort of thing again, which I hope isn't too long. I went way on a tangent then. Anyway, so yes, I am continuing the weight loss journey. I am continuing to lose weight. Obviously, this is not the regular sort of update. This is not where I'm going to tell you how I'm doing specifically. So this morning's walk I actually did about 6,000. Well, what am I on right now? I am on 6,603 steps. I think you could just about see that. And that was from my one permitted walk. Oh man, it's still mind blowing, but I get the reasons why we're doing it. And to all those who are they're going too far, they're not. We need to stop this virus in its tracks, and the best way to do that is stay at home. Don't mix with anyone outside your household. Yes, there are key workers who have no choice in the matter, but if you're not a key worker, if you can work from home, I hate to say it, but I agree with Boris. Protect yourselves and protect your family. He said it was 3 weeks for now, and I get the reason why he said 3 weeks, because your symptoms may not show for 2 weeks. from when you first get it. And then after a week following that, your symptoms should be gone and you should pretty much it should be over and done with. So that makes sense for the 3 weeks. So if everybody follows the social distancing, the staying at home, if that works out well, we should be over the peak of it at that point. We won't know though, because we're not testing enough. And I know they're working on that side of things as well. And again, I don't want to criticise because I don't know how difficult it is to get more testing going. The other thing, I say, I've so far been lucky enough to say I've not had this yet since the first case in this country was confirmed. I do have my suspicions about the illness I had towards the end of the year last year and start of the year this year, which I actually went to hospital for on the 2nd of January. I highly doubt they've got the blood tests that they did on me back then still. So I highly doubt they'll be able to go back and say, oh yeah, it was that, or no, it's nothing to do with that, it's something completely different. I highly doubt we'll ever find out whether that was the case or not. If it was, maybe I'm immune already. Which, if I am, fantastic, that'd be amazing. Yeah. So yeah, I really just wanted to jump on and just air some feelings. And the reason I'm doing it live, if I don't do it live, I'll record it several times, never post it. Not Corona, dry throat. Mind you, I might have some Corona. I don't drink Corona. I drink cider. I might have some cider later, which probably isn't good for my diet, but you know what? Whatever, I don't care right now. Where the heck was I going there? I have totally forgotten what I was saying there. Yeah, so I'm still continuing the weight loss journey. This is not the regular update. This is just me wanting to come on and air my feelings and just speak and do it live because, as I say, if I record, that's where I was going. If I record it, I'll record it several times, never post it, get annoyed with myself for never posting it, and then come on live anyway. So I might as well just talk live from the heart. And in case you're wondering, I'm basically using my template I use for my Way to the Sunshine State updates, to the point where I can still do that, but that's my script. There isn't one. There just isn't one at all. It just says document 1, as you can see. Yeah, so I don't have anything else to say, I don't think. So I'm just going to sign off in a minute or two. I am going to do my usual end of month update. I will schedule it properly so it will appear on your subscription feed, assuming that's working properly. We've had some issues getting onto Swish's subscriptions. The other thing as well, the Disneyland game stream I did the other day, I haven't followed it up yet because, I've got to be honest with you, I wasn't really feeling it. Whilst on the stream itself, I was trying to do something to distract me and it wasn't working, basically. So I wasn't really feeling it beyond that point. And I may revisit it later. I might not as well. Also as well, right, I put them down somewhere, put them down there. We have our first victim in my house of the coronavirus lockdown. My PlayStation headset, you can see it's not joined up properly there. I don't know if you can see it, the plastic there is broken there. Something flicked out then. I have no idea what, but that's made it even worse. So they're dead. So I've got some new ones on order, which may or may not arrive before Final Fantasy VII Remake. This is the fun we're having right now. So obviously, as I say, we've got the headset, which I believe will be arriving Sunday, according to Amazon Prime. Final Fantasy VII Remake originally was going to arrive, according to Amazon, on the Saturday, because the release day is Good Friday, and well, they don't seem to schedule deliveries then. But they've now changed it to we'll email you with an update closer to the time. I get it. There's more urgent needs than mine. Which actually reminds me, the other thing I was going to say. So, Boris and the government keep saying, please get food deliveries when able to. Unfortunately, because of the panic buying that everybody decided to do last week and the week before, buying all the bog roll and all that, it's not a possibility at the minute. So I went online last night just to see about delivery slots. I don't need one. I wouldn't have taken one, but I just wanted to get an idea of what was likely. And The Sun, who I'm not a great fan of them in general, but they had a list of every supermarket and whether they deliver or not. And it started with Aldi, and yes, they deliver. And I went on the Aldi website, and no, they don't. They deliver those... they do those special deals that go in their middle aisle, whatever it is. On, I would say homeware stuff is probably a good way to describe it, but it could be literally anything. Some of them are available for delivery, but they don't deliver groceries. At least they don't when I was looking. This could be something they've turned off for all I know, but I've never known them to offer a delivery service for food. And Lidl was on the list, and same thing, they don't seem to actually offer it. Every other place I looked at had either switched off their ordering system for now. I joined a queue because of high demand. Was not allowed to sign up for it because they are prioritising vulnerable people for sign-ups, but doesn't tell you how they've identified vulnerable people to be signed up. Or don't do in my area. Thanks, Co-op. Or the final one, just no slots available. So, for example, Asda, they show you 3 weeks worth of slots. Every single one's sold out. Checked all the click and collects as well. Every single one of them sold out. Tesco's, same story. Every single slot sold out. Click and collect, all sold out. And Sainsbury's was just, you're not allowed to sign up at this point. Morrison's, I couldn't get past their queue, so I couldn't tell you if there were any slots available or not. Fortunately, I had the foresight to, I've always had the foresight to have a couple of weeks of supply in my house anyway. And during my last week in work, generally when leaving work, I would nip into a shop, normally the Co-op, to be honest with you, because that's pretty much the one en route, and just grab a couple of things so I've got a couple of days extra things stocked up. Trying not to stockpile, trying not to be an idiot, just making sure I've got something in. And because it's things like veg. The veg aisle was just gone in Asda when I went last time, and that was over a week ago. And carrots was what I wanted to get, and I struggled to get them. Just absolutely struggled to get them. So I managed to get some at the Co-op. Not frozen, fresh, but you know what? They did the job for a week. I probably need to get some more, but I have got cauliflower, I've got peas, I've got sweet corn, so we're down to 3 veg for now. And we'll cope with that. Right, I think I've got to the point where I'm ranting, and I don't really want to be ranting. I just wanted to chat. I just wanted to say something to someone, and this feels like I'm talking to someone, even if I'm not. Even if no one ever views this. I know no one's actually joined me live because it was completely impromptu. I just basically went, go live and let's see what happens. So, yeah. I don't really have anything else to say, so I am just going to end it here. If you have listened all the way to the end, thank you for listening to the rants of a middle-aged man. I'm assuming I'm middle-aged, I'm 35. Who needs a shave by the looks of things, but, well, no one's going to see me for a few weeks, so I might just let that one grow out. No, I will shave before me proper live stream, a proper end of month update. I'm not going to put a date on that just yet. As I say, I'm going to schedule that closer to the time, and we'll do a proper one there where I actually show you more than this. Thanks very much for watching, guys, and I'll speak to you again soon. Goodbye.